Okay, I'm going to be working on the topic of writing a multi-step equation for a word problem. Writing a multi-step equation for a real-world situation. That's what the topic is. Okay, so let's look at the first example here. Michael has a job transporting soft drinks by truck. His truck is filled with cans that weigh 14 ounces each and bottles that weigh 70 ounces each. There is a combined total of 950 cans and bottles in his truck. Let X be the number of 14-ounce cans in his truck. Write an expression for the combined total weight of the cans and bottles in his truck. All right, so this tells us exactly what the variable is going to be. It's the number of 14-ounce cans. The 14-ounce cans weigh 14 ounces, obviously. Let's say he had 100 14-ounce cans. How much would that weigh altogether? If he had 100, it would weigh 14 ounces times 100 cans, or 1,400 ounces. We don't know how many cans he has, though. X is the number of cans, but we still write it the same way. 14 ounces times the number of cans tells us the total weight of the cans. Okay, but we need to write an expression that tells the total weight of the cans and bottles. So the cans are 14 times X. The bottles weigh 70 ounces. So similarly, we're going to have 70 times something, however many bottles there are. How many bottles are there? We don't know, but we know that altogether there are 950 cans and bottles. Pretend again that there was 100 cans. How many bottles would there be? Well, we would subtract 100 from 950 to figure that out. So we would say 950 altogether minus 100 equals 850. That's how many bottles there would be if there were 100 cans. Since we don't know how many cans there are, instead we just say there are 950 minus X cans. If altogether there's 950, there's X cans, and there's 950 minus X bottles. So the weight of 950 minus X bottles is going to be 70 times 950 minus X. And we put it in parentheses because we need to multiply 70 by this quantity. We don't know what X is, so we can't subtract it first and then multiply it, so we put it in parentheses to show that it's 70 times that whole quantity. So our expression for the combined total is going to be the cans weight plus the bottles weight. So we're going to have 14x plus 70 times 950 minus x. And let's simplify the expression. It might count it as right even if we don't simplify it, but it's a good practice to go ahead and simplify it anyway. So let's distribute 70 times 950, which equals 66,500. And then 70 times negative x, which equals minus 70x. All right, and then simplify more. We get, let's see, 14 minus 70 is negative 56. So we get negative 56x plus 66,500. Okay, let's do another one. Let n be the middle number of 3 consecutive even integers. Write an expression for the sum of these integers. Okay, so consecutive means in a row. So 3 consecutive even integers means 3 even numbers in a row. Okay, so for example, 20, 22, and 24. So that's 3 consecutive even integers. Okay, so our middle integer is going to be n. So in this example, that would be 22, would be n. So the next consecutive even integer, that's a comma, would be n plus 2. And the previous consecutive even integer, the one right before it, would be n minus 2. So here's our 3 consecutive even integers, n minus 2, n, and n plus 2. And it says to write an expression for the sum of these integers. So we're going to have n minus 2 plus n plus n plus 2. And we can simplify that to be n plus n plus n is going to be 3n. And then negative 2 plus 2 equals 0. So it's just going to be 3n. And that's the expression.